Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey, and welcome back to the post-show video wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. My name is Lee Heisman, your host, with my co-host Chris Hanks from the KSU Entrepreneurship Center and Joey Roos, our student and full-time employee from the KSU Entrepreneurship Center. We had a great guest today, Rachel Eisaman from Joli Residential. It was an amazing show. I recommend not only downloading all of the previous episodes from the Shrimp Tank, but also this one. I would listen to it in its entirety. It was quite amazing, Rachel. Rachel owns Joli Residential, which is a first-class service organization that takes care of all of the needs of our clients in terms of their home needs as well as their moving needs. And you have two specific divisions I want you to explain a little better, which is your home concierge and your move concierge. If you could describe what you do with those organizations.
Sure. So Joli Residential, we are the professional headache handlers. And essentially, Concierge Home is a monthly subscription service, meaning homeowners can pay us to handle all of their tasks, whether it's calling the HVAC, scheduling regular maintenance, making sure that the trees are trimmed back, the house gets pressure washed, pollen is washed off the windows, managing landscapers, pool guys, any sort of house staff. We'll do hiring and sort of act as the HR team for that. And then Concierge Move is essentially using all of the skills and everything that we know about homes to make sure that the move goes as smoothly as possible. If that's from packing, unpacking, we get done in about 4 days, what most homeowners take 4 to 6 months to do, and sometimes never even unpack those final boxes in the garage. So we handle it all.
I love it. And Rachel, we talked in the episode, it was so fascinating, a little bit about your background. She started out in forensic anthropology, fascinating story. And then you went into interior design before you came to your current venture. So from a college student's perspective, can you just briefly touch on what you talked about in the episode on kind of that journey and that progression?
Sure. So I went to school, graduated from the University of Florida with a degree in forensic anthropology, and I was gung-ho. I absolutely loved what I had studied, but the market at that time wasn't great for job opportunities. So I spent about a year looking for a job and then realized, well, maybe I should go a different direction. My father is a contractor in North Georgia, so I'd grown up running, in and out of job sites with him. The smell of sawdust was like second nature. And so I decided that going back to school for interior design would really mesh well with what I already knew and kind of who I was. And design school was fantastic. Got out of school, started a design company and realized that there was this whole other need for homeowners out there. And nobody in the market was filling that void in the same way. So there we go.
So, all entrepreneurs go through that journey of being the doer of the thing that they do to the owner of the thing that they do. And yours, I would imagine, is especially difficult because it's such a high touch, a high expectation, very demanding clients. So what advice or can you offer on how to do that, how to remove yourself from the business and then get employees to do what you initially did?
Well, I'm still working on that at this point in the business. So, I have people that have worked with me for a few years now and have identified the ones that seem to be the best adept and ready to step into that new position. And so taking people on, having them shadow with me for a couple of days, couple of times, and work different projects, and then asking them, well, what would you do here? What is this next step? And having them help me in the creation of the systems and those sort of things that we'll need to really put the handbook together for the next hire who may not have been already indoctrinated to the Joli system.
Well, it's wonderful. What and how would someone get in touch with you if they wanted to utilize your services?
Well, we have a website, joliresidential.com, and you can always send me an email. It's rachel@joliresidential.com, and then feel free to reach out by phone, text as well. A lot of my clients text, 706-244-5599.
Wow, you're giving out your cell phone. That's wonderful. That is first-class service. Another point I wanted to talk about, Rachel, and you brought it up before we close out the post-show wrap-up, was the fact that you started in interior design. Mm-hmm. You were working in interior design, and this is what's so neat for our listeners, a lot of the entrepreneurial students out there, is that your business originated by a different business, right? The need came out for all of these additional services, and you ultimately shut down your interior design company.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just give us a little bit of how that transition happened, because that's really the ideology of Joli Residential.
Well, I tried to run both for a while, honestly, and I thought, well, I can do this and I can do that, and I realized that, there came a point at which you really couldn't, because it was serving two different clients in two different needs, and both had a big list of their own needs. And so I sort of had to make a choice. And I decided that the road less traveled, the more unexplored market was where I wanted to go. And, you know, I have a ton of great friends in the design community here in Atlanta. And so it's easy to still be able to, you know, talk to them and get that creative feel when I need to. But I feel like I'm really doing what needs to be done.
And get leads from them, probably.
Yeah, there's definitely some sharing back and forth.
Because your unique service definitely is a wonderful, not many people probably do it.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you so much. My name is Lee Heisman with my co-host Chris Hanks, Joey Roos, and Rachel Eisaman coming on the show here for the Shrimp Tank post-show video wrap-up.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond, and the